Boo. It's almost Halloween, so it's time for another spooky tale. Tune in the next couple weeks for a special tale.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear that outside? Ladies and gentlemen, it's the rustling of crispy leaves and the wind. Uh-oh. There's a knock at the door. But it's not Halloween. You go ahead and you open that door, and what's behind that door? A skeleton falls, and it sounds like a xylophone. Hi guys, welcome to Wanderful.
I was filling the role of Kyle's.
I loved your Foley work. It was. I was trying not to let it distract me in the moment and letting you work. And
it's an art
it's gonna be
to
wonderful
ignore the Foley when someone's doing
and pause
it
for xylophone sound. And that's Bones Falling, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our somewhat D&D podcast, because today we're not playing D&D. We're playing somewhat. I mean, something else.
We're playing somewhat.
I'm here with my good boys, Tyler, Jeremy, and Matt. Say hi, Tyler, Jeremy, and Matt.
Hello.
Tyler, Jeremy, and Matt.
Yeah, I'm hosting this time. I got a crispy voice because I've been talking all day. I did some family stuff, but we're going to rock with it. We are playing Monster of the Week, and we're doing our little Halloween sojourn as we do once a year.
When the spooky comes.
when the skeleton comes with. I bought candy corn today, guys. I'm really feeling fall.
Dude, they had candy corn as a snack for us at one of our shows this weekend, and it was great.
God.
I haven't had candy corn in years, and I used to be a hater, but I'm giving it the good old college try.
I love candy corn.
I feel like I got so
much
much hate for liking candy corn, but it's just too good.
Yeah, I get it, and a lot of people are saying it this year that it's really hitting, so I had to get some. I got me a little small bag, so if I hate it, it can be just for my partner. But yeah,
put drugs back in
hop
our
into some
candy.
things. The title of this spooky one-off that we're doing is Hallow's Eve: The Monster Within.
Ooh, I love.
And the boys do have a bit of knowledge, but not too much as to what's going on with this story. But without further ado, let's get into the meat and potatoes of everything here. All right.
Dibs on the meat.
Scroll back because my page was gone. We open on the small town of Omen, a quaint, picturesque town nestled amidst vibrant hues of autumn. The leaves are now a riotous red, orange, and yellow. The air is crisp with the scent of pumpkin spice and anticipation. Ooh. Halloween decorations adorn the houses, shops, and lampposts, as this town is known for an annual grand Halloween festival. We are, in time-wise, the day before Halloween itself, about midday, and the scene crests following a leaf blown in the autumn wind to Omen High School. About an hour before the bell rings. The halls are a chatter with a couple teens dressed in the latest fall fashions, and they're ready. There's murmurs of a Halloween party happening tomorrow, where only the coolest of teens will be attending instead of the traditional humdrum Halloween festival. And I think as we passed a couple of these kids kind of running to and from classes and getting things from lockers, getting ready to leave, we cut to Tyler. Do you want to go ahead and give us our first character? What is your character's name? What are they doing?
Let me hit you with this. I got a question if you're cool with it, Kyle. I picture my guy on the younger side.
Okay. 15?
So I was thinking potentially younger. So
okay, like maybe 13?
Let me hit you and the audience with this.
Yes,
we're looking at Clancy Longhollow.
Clancy Longhollow.
Clancy Longhollow is a timid little Christian boy. He has these overbearing, classic 80s movie style overbearing Christian parents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I picture this as a nebulous time between the 80s and modern day. Think the vibe of It Follows, where there's some technology that looks new, but there's also old fatback TVs and people drive station wagons and things. This town is kind of outside of time, outside of
I think if you're cool with it, what I was picturing is I think I skipped a grade in my homeschool group, but have since moved to the regular school for high school. So I am a year younger than the other people in my class.
Okay.
I was thinking 13, if that's okay. I can go 14.
13,
though,
that's
if you
exactly
want me
kind
to
of like
be-
the sweet spot between like where I was at. So
Cool.
yeah, 13 works. No. Young 13-year-old Christian, how are you dressed? Like real
I-
prim and
I-
proper kind of
super prim and
tucked in
proper.
shirt,
I'm the
belt,
weird
the
kid
whole
who shows up with a tucked in button down in my
huge
slacks.
backpack. Way too big
Huge
backpack.
It's way too big for me.
Bow tie?
No bow tie.
Okay.
Not
Yeah,
going
no
that
tie.
weird with it.
I figured if
just
anything,
a
a
button
clip-on.
down, tied in, or tucked in with just a normal black belt and my khaki slacks.
And some church ass shoes.
Oh, some church.
Oh,
ass-
yeah. Oh,
not
man.
pointed. They are
They're not
blunt at
pointed.
the front.
Yes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they're not attractive, but that's not
Those shoelaces
function.
have seen better days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we got Clancy. Are you at your locker? You said.
Yes, and they unfortunately gave me a locker. Oh my god! They unfortunately gave me a locker that I could barely reach because I'm a little guy.
Yeah. That isn't that the way. I think.
love
I think, and I'm making these character names up, but they're normal ass kids. I think Kevin. He's kind of like 1 grade older, maybe a sophomore. Because I'm picturing you as a freshman. Yeah, he's at his locker just beside yours at the same height, but he's reaching it fine. He sees you kind of struggling, and he opens your locker for you. He's got the full headgear braces thing, so he's kind of a nerdier guy, but like tone, like he's like growing into himself. Like he's like way bigger than like his demeanor suggests. And he looks kind of over at you. He looks, so are you going to the Halloween festival this weekend? Are you going to go to the party? Is there anybody can go? So I might end up actually going. I hope they have a costume contest. I worked really hard on it.
Oh, can I speak now? Yeah. I would love to, but I don't think my parents would allow me to go to a Halloween party. That's a little. It seems
Not
it
even
seems a
like
little
for the
worldly.
festival. Like that's the whole town's thing. That's their deal. Are you guys just the only house that didn't decorate? You're in that house, the beige house on the left, with no Halloween decorations whatsoever.
That is CS. I didn't know you meant the town's party. I thought there was a party going on that I didn't know
Yes,
about.
there is a secret. So the kids are some of the cool kids are deciding to throw a razor at that old abandoned museum outside of town.
Oh heavens, no! That's I would never be
It's
allowed
lit
to
up.
that.
They decorated it, and like the cobwebs were already there, so they didn't have to buy that.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll see you there. Clancy's grown
I think you
accustomed
should. It'd
to
be
just
fun.
lying to appease people. They're not gonna get
Listen,
it. This guy's just not gonna get it.
This could be your only opportunity to sort of break the mold away from whatever this is. And he's kind of like just motioning up and down at your whole
My
Steve.
whole deal.
I know I'm not a looker, but at the very least, this could settle me in as a semi-known guy. Hey, it's the dude with the medal on his head. Hey, it's the guy who was there, who left real early.
Listen, Kevin, if anyone can overcome that burden, it's you.
Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence, but once they see my costume, I think the tone of the room's gonna change. And you see him quickly start to pack some of his stuff up as he's getting over, and you now know a bit of information about the little party going on.
Sweet.
And we're gonna cut away from that scene to maybe like a little ways down to Matt. You guys are kind of, I think you are in like one of the final classes letting out as the last bell is ringing, and you aren't quite to your locker. Maybe there's a few kids kind of rushing past, and you hear a few talks of the Halloween party and a few talks of the town festival some of the kids are going to. Will you describe your character as they are amidst this hustle and bustle?
Yeah.
What's
So before you see a little bit older than Clancy, maybe about 14 maybe 15.
You settle on one of those ages, or maybe it's like 14 and a half.
Well, yeah,
maybe like you got a birthday coming up.
Yeah, his birthday's coming up. You see a young lad by the name of Milo Griffith.
Griffith.
He's a little it's kind of hard to describe. He's kind of one of those guys that like fits in with pretty much any group. Like he could kind of like hang with any of them.
Generally likable.
Yeah, generally likable. Like, he's just like wearing like jeans, and like he's got like some fall like flannel on, like, the open flannel with the t-shirt underneath. Just wearing some like regular ass like sneakers. Just kind of normal looking, I would say.
Like he blends in, but not like a like background kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
I get that. I think as you're leaving, there's a few people kind of like at the door chit-chatting it up, and a football kind of glances past your head, and you look. It misses you, but as you look, you don't notice the person standing in front of you who catches that football, and you bump into the chest of a Letterman wearing, like sort of well-to-do kind of sportsy type. He's a bit preppier, got the fall look kind of like with you. He's got a bit of a short sleeve button-up flannel kind of off thing underneath his Letterman, and he gives you a warm smile. He's like, "Hey, bud, that's okay, no worries. Like, just maybe watch where you're going."
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, here.
Hey, I'm digging your style. You. What's your name?
Name's Milo.
Cool. I'm Ken Butterby. I'm kind of a big deal around here, but part of the crew that's putting together. I don't know if you heard.
Ken Butterby would.
We're not going to be doing
deal.
Would you say that?
Ken Butterby would be a big deal at this school.
he's like a broad kind of guy,
Oh, yeah.
like built like not quite a quarterback, but maybe like a defensive.
Oh,
he's
a
Ken Butterby,
I'm thinking
big deal
center.
football man.
I'm thinking he's center, center.
He's the boy, and he's got some kind of curly, darker brown and reddish hair, freckled face, and a gap, but not because of like. It was born that way, like from being hit so much. There's like a bit of a chip in one of his teeth. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm with the crew that's putting together the Halloween party, and I kind of dig your style. I was wondering if you were coming to that at all."
Yeah, absolutely. I got a couple friends that are going, so I'll be there. I'll see you there.
Sure. Yeah, no, the more the merrier. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a rager. And hey, don't this isn't for everybody. A couple of us are gonna be sneaking away to do a bit of a fun sort of the season thing.
Oh, okay.
And,
I
feel like you'd be the type to want to get in on something like that.
Yeah,
it's a little spooky, a little out there, but like it'll be fun. You'll see.
I'm down for whatever, man.
Yeah, if you get any trouble at the door, just tell them Kent sent you.
Okay, we'll do.
All right, man. Well, see you there.
Yeah, fist bump.
All right, he gives you like a dap. Yeah, absolutely. He goes for the fist bump and kind of a clap on the shoulder. And his buddy who threw the football kind of nods and smiles, puts a hand on your shoulder, and they leave the room as you're headed to your locker to kind of end the day. What did that? How does that feel? Are you pretty? You said you kind of bounce around groups, so you kind of familiar with them in passing. Per se,
yeah, I would say so. I think Milo kind of knows a little bit of like.
Milo's been invited to a party or two.
Oh, for sure.
This isn't his first little.
He's not like the most popular, but he's like definitely like
that in between.
Yeah,
you kind of can.
Like he's getting into the party.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
And then I think at this point we cut to a class also leaving, but it's the last few kids and Jeremy's character. You are being held back by the teacher, and I have her name actually written down somewhere. Give me a second. The teacher's name?
Mrs. Bitch.
How'd you know? It's Miss Willow.
Oh.
And Miss Willow is she's holding one of those yardsticks kind of behind her back as she's nodding solemnly to some of the kids like, yes, have a wonderful time tomorrow. Because in this town, they kind of let out early for the Halloween festivities, so there won't be like a full school day. We'll probably cut through that. But you are being held behind as she comes over to you and is holding a test upside down. She's like, I didn't pass this to you during class, but when you flip the test over, you see it's a 0F because there are no answers because you didn't come in for that test. You snuck in maybe towards the last few minutes to kind of save face, but maybe you're working on your truck before that and you're a little dirty. Why don't you describe your character as he flips over this 0 and she's kind of just standing in front of you with this look of
and what class
just
is
like
this?
This is like I would say like a world history, like something like it's not something
No,
disinteresting, but like
I think world history works perfect.
What we've discussed with your character's background, a couple of your classes are kind of falling behind. So
I don't need to know anything about world history because I'm never going to leave this fucking town.
That may be well and good, but if you want to move on to the next grade,
what's the point?
And I think she stops for a moment. I think the sooner you can be done with this, the sooner we all can be done with you. That makes sense? Yes. Now you can come in and take it again is what I was trying to suggest to you because you see, unlike a lot of the teachers around here, I'm holding out hope. I'm holding out hope that at the very least for yourself You'll finish something.
I genuinely appreciate it, but it'd be wasting both our times. And he goes to leave.
And she just kind of sighs and goes back to her desk. And as you are leaving the class, why don't you describe your character to us? Give us a name.
So he goes by Billy. His name is William Garrett Jr.
Billiam. Good old Billiam.
He is very...
I see Matt's getting into method.
he is very, like... He's got, like, very old, raggedy clothes with a lot of, like, oil stains on them. But, like, it's...
Like he's wearing a flannel, but he's been wearing this flannel the entirety of his time at the school. It's not a fall choice.
Yes, yeah. Like he is wearing, I think flannel is perfect. Like he's wearing
and like a tank top. Like I'm picturing dirty tank top, like blue collar kid. Those Dickies with like all the pockets.
Yes, yes, very much so. Absolutely. And like
Clancy's parents would never let me hang out with.
Well, I like the idea that we're neighbors.
Oh, we're totally neighbors.
Fully, yes.
We are absolutely neighbors.
So
1,000%.
So like maybe our parents have a good relationship, and so we hang out.
Maybe your dad's like the town mechanic.
Maybe you'll rub off on. Maybe you'll rub off on Billy.
Yeah,
that's what they always tell me.
I think we'll play that. I like that the neighbors idea, but I also like your dad being a crucial part of the small town. Being the mechanic.
I think that's fair. Yeah. And like I think my dad sucks, but like
huge yard full of cars. Like that. I love it. And I think as you're strolling out to the parking lot to start working on your truck, hood up still, music blaring out of the open door.
I basically have to work on it every time I want to start it.
You see a woman waiting next to it with a slightly nicer car, leaning against the bed of your car, smoking a cigarette. What is your mother's name?
I feel like I want it to be very generic. Janet.
Janet, yeah. She sees you coming, and she leans into the open window of your truck and lowers the music down and stamps out her cigarette. And she's like, "Are you hanging back?"
No reason. Teacher wanted to talk to me about something.
You in trouble? Teacher wanted to talk to you about what?
He's fine. Can we just go?
Look, do I have to go in? Like, are we doing this again?
It's fine.
Okay. Well,
can we just go home?
That's what I'm here to tell you. I'm actually heading into work right now.
Okay.
So you're in charge of picking up groceries tonight. If you get anything that is frozen and you want me to cook you something, please leave it to thaw.
Do you have like a list? Or I know we're out.
This is mostly a run for you and your dad. You know what you guys eat. I'm not going to be home this weekend. Not going to be doing the Halloween stuff, so you can go without me. Working. Hey, don't give me that look.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, I know it's every year. Listen, if I had it my way, I'd be at home too, relaxing, doing whatever, working on a fucking car like your fucking dad. But I've got to make some kind of money. I can't just fill our driveway with more shit. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You need something? Do you need money for your truck?
No, it's fine. She's working fine right now.
Listen, don't put yourself out, all right?
No, I know.
You got enough? You think you'll make it home, or do we need to swap vehicles? Because I can.
No, I'm okay. She's been running smooth since a couple days ago. I got one thing fixed, and she's been running like a dream ever since. So like it's good.
Okay, well, you have my number. I can't leave work, but if you need something, call me.
Don't leave work. I love you, Mom. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And she brings you in for a hug. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mad at you. It's a lot going on, and I know I promised we would try to go this year. It's
not your fault.
Didn't work out that way.
If Dad, it's fine. No, you're fine. Mom.
He's not home right now. He's at the shop. So you have the house to yourself, at least. Make sure you feed the dogs.
Yes.
That's all I'm asking you to do.
Yeah.
If you have homework, God, I know. Don't give me don't give me the eyes, don't give me any of it. Just do whatever class is the easy one, okay? C's get degrees, right? Just get the fuck out of there. Okay. Your dad and I can't agree on anything, so I can't just pull you out of school. But I gotta go.
Right.
Just get you something nice. Yeah, you too. I love you.
I love you too.
And she hops in her car, gives you a kiss on the forehead, and ruffles your hair, and hops in the car. And
that was sweet. For some reason, I expected Billy to have a rougher home life.
Yeah.
Oh, his dad's a piece of shit.
No,
That's
yeah,
why
the
she's
dad,
going
the mom is the
I was trying
golden
to
Mom loves him.
His
To those
dad
at
was a
home who've
piece of
ever had-
shit, though.
To those at home who've ever had a little daddy trouble, you know when your mom tells you your dad's not home, you've got at least 30 minutes to an hour.
I think he like waves, like puts on like a face for his mom, and like as soon as her car gets out of like visual, he goes to start his car, which he was fully lying about it running like a dream.
Yeah, and I think as
it's
you're
not going to start, and like he's immediately.
I think
gonna-
as you're leaning over it though, you notice she slipped into your pocket a $50 bill.
Damn.
I fucking love you, man.
She's the best.
And she's off. And I think as you're futzing with this car, the kids are kind of pouring out of the school, and you see Clancy, and amongst the cooler kids kind of towards the front, you see Garrett. Griffith. I mean.
Milo.
Sorry.
Milo.
I got
Garrett.
Wanderful on the brain.
Milo.
Milo Griffith.
Also,
yes.
in Wanderful, it's Gareth.
It's a lot of G's, man. Listen, I can't tell you. I don't get paid enough to remember these things.
You call your boyfriend Garrett every time, and it cracks me up.
I love
my
it.
soul.
Anyway, you see both of us.
Yeah, I think you guys are kind of like not together quite, but like you make eye contact with Billy or with Bill, and he's as he's fucking with his car, and I think like there's like some dirtbag kids who throw like a cup at his truck, and like you see them kind of in like all black, like a couple of them in like some shop gear stuff that they had on, and they're flipping.
I
him the bird.
immediately go pick up the trash that was just thrown because that's who I am.
Don't do that.
And as you're picking that up, they throw another like half-empty Starbucks cup at your shoes.
I don't even think about it. I just pick up that one as well.
So
Like I don't take that personally. I'm just
Billy
like,
does.
whatever.
Billy
I'll pick
takes
this
that
up.
shit very personally.
I think
he's got his big wrench that he was using to work on his car, and he literally just work on his pickup truck, and he fully like takes it and is like, "You can throw shit at my car, but leave the kid alone. What's wrong with you?"
It's okay, Billy.
And I think
No,
one
it's
of them
not.
kind of I think one of them kind of stops and is like,
He points
"Oh, I'm
to the
sorry.
child.
I'm so sorry. I didn't even. I just saw this huge pile of shit, and I just thought I'd throw my shit into the pile."
Hey, I don't say that. You know, because it's high
What?
school. Sorry,
Listen, kid.
I'm in high
this guy's
school again,
bad
so I had to
news,
quote
and I
Step
wouldn't.
Brothers.
And I like that you've got sort of a whole respecting the environment thing going with picking up this trash. Why don't you go ahead and pick him up too? And he keeps walking.
What did pick what up? You don't.
Yeah, he's trash. One of the guys from the group yells. He's trash. It's like, okay, that's enough. That's enough. And they like put.
And then
a-
I
put a
yell
hand on
back,
his shoulder.
Nuh-uh.
I think Milo legitimately just kind of like accidentally laughs at that.
Yeah, I think
It's
you,
like-
you overhear
Yeah.
you overhear this commotion going
Yeah.
on as they're walking by.
Yeah. But I'll walk over and just say,
I think Kent and them kind of clap you on the
Yeah.
shoulders and continue
Yeah.
walking.
Yeah.
And they kind of shake their head at the whole scene.
Yeah.
Like, the football players are actually really nice in my uniform.
oh wow.
You know what, Billy? That guy can go suck an egg. You know, he doesn't know anything about anything. I bet that. Look, he's getting on the school bus. He doesn't even have a car.
Yeah, absolutely. All of them are piling onto one of the school buses for sure.
He that guy's a real duty head. You know, you just gotta let that roll right off the back of your smooth skin.
I think you hear a whoa as the principal hears you say he's a duty head. Watch the language there, young man.
Oh,
And he just
no,
kind of gives you a
don't-
warm
don't
smile.
tell
He's a
my-
big bald guy, big
Don't-
huge beard.
Don't tell my dad that I
yes.
said that, please. I was just trying to make a joke to
Oh no, that's quite all right. I'm just
everyone.
messing with you.
Just to be clear, everyone in this town knows my parents. My dad's the deacon at the biggest church in town,
yes.
and my mom runs the nursery.
Oh man.
So everybody knows my parents. They're not like
This
pastor
is-
level, but he's a deacon, so everybody's
this
like,
is
"Oh,
a-
that's yeah."
Absolutely a Key and Peele reference. This is Principal O'Shaughnessy.
Principal O'Shaughnessy.
And he just kind of gives you a smile. He looks over at you, Billy, or Bill,
Billy.
and he's Billy, and he's just kind of, you need anything, or is there anything we can do to speed this along? I'm sorry. I just once school hours are officially done and over, You're gonna have the janitor. That's about it.
No, you can go. I'm fine. She's gonna start right now, and I'm gonna turn it. I leave it up to you whether or not he.
Give me a roll. Give me a roll. Give me a cool roll. I'll say give me a cool roll on that one.
That is an 8.
Okay, 8 isn't that a mixed success? Yeah. I think it does start. I think
10,
it just
7
like
through 9 is mix.
I think it's
higher.
like and it like coughs this like huge cloud of black smoke, which does go towards the school buses, and you see the school bus with the dickheads like all coughing because the windows are down. So that's like a plus to it. But like also, she's like rattling like the second you stop this truck, she's gonna stop again. You can feel that.
Real quick for our listeners who are unfamiliar with Monster of the Week, the way the rolls work in this game is you roll 2d6
yes.
plus your various skills, just like in D&D.
Yes, so the
0
skills
to 6 is a fail, 7 through 9 is a mixed success, and 10 and higher is a full success, right?
Yes. And do you want to give them a quick rundown of the name?
Oh
of the
yeah, we
skills?
got charm, cool, sharp, tough, and weird.
Yeah. And so each of those corresponds with a different sort of like flavored rule, but like honestly, this game is very much improv. Mm-hmm. So a lot of it's kind of going to be up in the air for like what I feel as the sort of game master, but we're all a little bit of the game master in it. You'll see. It's very fun, very fun.
Form. You might recognize this game from the Adventure Zone campaign to Amnesty.
Yes, I do believe they did that, and I think they also played that in the Western one, if I'm not mistaken.
Rust.
Yeah, Rust. I think maybe, but I could
Rust,
be wrong.
They played Knives in the Dark.
Yeah, Blades in the Dark. Yes,
Blades in the Dark.
But they're fairly similar systems.
Yes.
In terms of it being a D6 situation, and it makes things a little easier for something fast.
It's a little more of a social game and a little less
exactly.
Like
and Wanderful here. We're all about having fun together.
We're all about somewhat.
We're all about something.
Somewhat
anyhow,
is
the truck
most
starts up, and the principal kind of coughs a bit. The principal coughs a bit, and he kind of fans at his nose, and he's like, "Good. Well, you boys get home safe, and maybe I'll see you guys at the this year's Halloween festival, eh?
You'll
you
see
wouldn't
me
be
there.
Happen to be going to that party underneath or at the old museum, huh?
There's a party at the museum.
Oh, we don't play dumb with me, Billy. There's some kids murmuring. I hear things in the halls, and teachers are talking. Just don't do anything I wouldn't do. And he gives a wink, and he kind of strolls back into the school. And as he's doing that, you see him kind of like chat to the janitor before he steps back into the building. And the janitor's just kind of sweeping up like some of the trash stuff, and you can see him kind of wave you guys. It's like, don't worry about that. I got that. And he's a taller gentleman. You guys don't really know his name. He's newer. He just has his headphones on. A bit of a shaggy kind of cut, but also kind of clean and a bit, like he's done something before being a janitor. Like he's had some work somewhere else. But he says, don't worry about any of that. I'll get that. I appreciate you kids. I'm sorry about what those kids are doing. That's a bad look. But you boys try to get home. All right.
Okay. I just want to say, slightly out of game very quickly, I think we should all live close, and Billy brings everyone home.
I was going to say, for story-wise, as you guys are kind of having this conversation, you see the buses are starting to literally...
Yeah. I think Milo would actually have his own vehicle, but I definitely had that same thought of, you would bring Clancy home.
Did your character sheet give you a vehicle?
Bitch, do you have a vehicle? My character sheet gave me a goddamn
Mine
vehicle.
did too. I have a bicycle.
Mine did not.
I use my bicycle specifically whenever... if you're cool with this, whenever Billy's car doesn't work, Billy rides on my pegs.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I think
I was hanging out to see if his car started or not.
Mm-hmm. I think you start to wheel your bike up, and you instinctively just have your helmet on your head but not buckled, and you just throw everything in the back of his truck.
Yeah. Well, so it's a pickup truck. Is that what you said?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It's specifically I get a plain pickup truck, but I like it being a beat up pickup truck.
Yeah, I think it's got the rusted edges and stuff. It's one of those babies. Don't touch certain parts, or you are gonna have to get a tetanus shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, they Billy and what was your
Milo?
His name's Milo.
Clancy.
Yeah, Billy and Milo hop into the truck. You gonna hop in with them? Oh wait,
no, Clarence and Billy.
Billy and Clancy. Billy and Clancy hop in the truck. Milo, are you gonna hop in with them?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Yeah, I think after this, you guys kind of head home. Maybe.
Well, I gotta stop at the grocery store.
Yeah, oh yeah, you swing by the grocery store, and I think as you're at the grocery store, you see a couple kids, some of the older teens, and like a few of their siblings or something, kind of roaming the obvious cold beer section, and like the snacks and stuff like that. See people getting ready for Halloween, people picking up candy. It's a bit hustle and bustle. You pick up a couple frozen dinners for you and your dad.
Yeah,
and
I will say, Billy does actually, like, whether or not the other two stayed in the car or not, Billy.
Yeah, it's up to you guys.
Billy
If you wanna play something
avoids
out in the
other
grocery store, we
people,
can.
like other people his age, as much as possible. Like he
Yeah.
sees those people and he makes sure to like go the long way to the stuff he wants.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just along for the ride.
And I think as you're like in the frozen food section, you see, as much as you wanted to avoid it, rounding the corner is a couple of them grabbing frozen pizzas, and one of them kind of glances over at you. Hey, Billy, right? Yeah?
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
Not much, man. You all right?
I'm totally fine.
Listen, I'm not bringing up anything, right? But I know, right? I'm not worried about any of that, brother. I don't know if you know, there's a party same night as the Halloween stuff. I know the last few years you guys haven't really shown up to the regular festival stuff, but if you're free and you don't want to be, I don't know, stuck working with your old man.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Definitely. Thanks. See you there tonight. Tomorrow.
No. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night.
Yeah. I'll see you there. Let's keep an eye out
sure?
for me.
Hey.
Yeah.
This is a legit invite. No bullshit.
Okay.
All right, man.
No, he's so
And
sad.
he kind of like gives you
Love
a jab
Billy.
to the shoulder. Not like he was holding out like a fist bump, and maybe you weren't looking at him.
Yeah. He
just
keeps
gives you a little-
like, yeah.
Yeah, and he gives you like a little nudge to the shoulder, and he runs off with his buddy. And
The more we get into this, the more I take back what I said earlier. I really do like the idea that we've been neighbors our entire lives.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're kind of just like we just always
Yes.
have been friends, even if we run in
I
different
think-
circles.
Yes.
Like I feel like I'm so used to you just being so down in the dumps that I don't even think about it.
And I think as you're checking out, there's like a sweet old cashier lady that you've known all your life. She's been working here as long as you've been alive.
He actually gets very excited. Like he actually gets a big smile when he sees her.
She's like, "Hello, dearie. How are you?"
I'm doing good. How you doing?
And her name is Miss Gloria, and I'm doing good.
God.
You know, hands are getting a little, with this cold weather and all.
Miss Gloria,
This is-
every year you keep getting prettier, I swear.
And you smell
she-
really good too, Miss Gloria.
That's a weird
Thank
compliment.
you. I worked the bakery this morning, so I probably smell
That's
like
what
a
it
lot
is.
of fresh
I was-
bread.
It's the croissant. I can smell it.
I do make a mean croissant. She says it exactly like that.
And it
You guys
cracks
find
me up.
everything okay?
Oh, I've got this place memorized like the back of my hand at this point.
Very good. Well, that'll be $15.50.
He pulls out the money that he just wadded up into his pocket and like lays it out. And then
A couple
hands-
nickels
And
fall
she-
out, and
and she-
I bend down
yeah.
and pick them up for him.
And she smiles and she takes the money. No hassle at all. She counts out exactly what she needs from you. And I'll take that one nickel there. Thank you.
Oh.
All right, that's exact change. So this is back for you. And she hands you back the rest of this obviously sweaty, dirty money.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh,
Could you put 20 on pump one for me?
Yeah, of course, dear. I forgot that. Yeah, anything else?
No, that'll do it. Thank you.
Clancy reaches in his pocket and grabs a couple quarters and drops them in the UNICEF donation thing.
Well, thank you, Clancy. I know it's not the time of year, but I guess 'tis the season.
I'm
now
dying.
I'll see you at church on Sunday, Miss
And
Gloria.
this is for
is
for that donation that you just did. And she hands you one of those like
Ooh, the suckers.
little not a sucker, but it's like the
Okay.
little party bags, but it's like got little bats and little witches on it.
Oh.
And it's tied up, and there's a sucker
I
stick
don't know if
sticking
my
out of
mom
that
would
bag.
like that. I take all this Halloween
It's
stuff.
absolutely free.
But I'll take the sucker stuff. Just sometimes like witches and stuff.
Okay, I understand.
You know my.
She
parents,
opens the bag and upends the candy. There's like one of those, like 3 of those fruity Tootsies, and one of them is definitely the nasty vanilla one.
Oh,
I stick them all loose in my pockets.
Yep, and then there's a blow pop, and she's like, "Well, you
Oh, the
boys
blow
have a
pop
what?"
is the one.
Oh,
that
man.
goes right in my mouth.
And I think she
Dude.
looks over at you, Billy, and she just passes you a bag. And this one's for you, sweetheart. I know you didn't donate, but have a happy Halloween this year.
Thank you.
And you see,
too.
she has your bag, and yours has 2 suckers sticking out of the end of it.
He happily.
Oh
does.
man,
Billy's got
So
that
cool.
Riz.
All right, you boys get home safe and don't do anything I wouldn't. And she kind of giggles to herself as she puts
We,
your
we will. Have a
groceries.
good night.
all right, bye, Miss
You
Gloria.
too. Goodbye. Have a wonderful Halloween. Oh, well, have a non-denominational time of candy and spooky things,
Thank
young
you.
man.
That
she
was
says.
very inclusive for me. Thank you.
All right, you guys take care. And you guys get back in your truck and head home. And I think unless you have something going on that night, I think we'll fast forward to the next day where schools, again, y'all are kind of getting out. There's no issue this time because it's half day. Everybody wants to go home. No teachers are holding anybody back. You guys are headed out and you see some kids, kind of like a Spirit Day vibe, are wearing some minimal costume stuff that the school would allow, like a few masks that don't cover the entire face, maybe pajamas with like things on it, that kind of vibe. And everyone's just so excited and people are running to their cars and buses ready. And I think you see Kent and he has like a one of those half skeleton masks that kind of comes down over the nose with like the teeth, the upper row of teeth. And Kent, he pulls his mask up. He's like, "See you guys tonight." And he kind of like is running backwards. And you see that same football from before come flying from a random student. You still don't know who's throwing the football. And he just catches it and keeps walking. And a couple kids are on their phones
he's so
kind of
good at that.
texting in a huddle and planning and organizing costumes and things. And how are you boys dressed for this day? I think I can picture how Clancy's dressed.
Yeah, the same.
The same.
You guys
The thing
decide
is,
to get
the
into
thing is,
festivities?
we don't celebrate Halloween. We celebrate the like
Y'all do trunk or
the
treat ass
generically
shit.
exactly. We celebrate the
yep.
generic fall things,
with
but
candy
not
and cider.
Halloween.
fall
things.
fall festival.
Fall fest, trunk or treat.
I think
those.
I think
sorts
if
of
you would
things,
allow
but
me, I think you're that's like I think your dad's maybe a little less strict than your mom, so he kind of goes crazy.
Oh
for the
no, I was
trunk or
thinking
treat.
the other way around.
Oh, other way around. Yeah,
I was
okay, then
thinking the
yeah.
other way
I think
Yeah.
your mom is like a little less stuffy than your dad, and she really goes crazy for the trunk or treat. And she doesn't quite do like bats, right? But she goes crazy on a pumpkin, not a jack-o'-lantern, but a
she
pumpkin.
absolutely.
And a leaf.
like
And, like, little
Here's what it is.
scarecrows.
Dad is back at home hitting golf balls in the front yard, and mom has a whole thing where she paints pumpkins as various Bible stories. So she's
Yes.
got Jonah and the whale painted on this
beautiful.
pumpkin. She's
Yes.
got Samson and Delilah
maybe-
painted on this
Oh my
one. You know,
gosh.
all that.
And maybe
Yes.
she let you and like a younger sibling paint a pumpkin that's got some Veggie Tales going.
Oh,
Bible
Oh my
Man.
god,
Absolutely,
yes.
Veggie
Bible
Tales,
Man,
100
yes.
Veggie Tales was the thing for
Is Clancy a fan of Bible Man?
Clancy's never seen Bible Man. We weren't
Oh,
that
okay.
kind of
Oh,
that
okay.
kind of Christian.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, I've got my Guy Penrod blasting in the background. You know, some of our listeners know what that's
think-
about.
Your
I think
Hillsong
as you guys are
Kids
kinda-
CD?
No. That's the thing. It's not that contemporary.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like the Gaithers, and that's the whole
okay.
thing.
Let's
I
go.
think I think you convinced Billy to let you play a CD, and you pull up to your driveway as he's getting ready to drop you off, listening to some Josh Groban, which isn't Christian, but your parents can't discern
It's
that he's
good
not
enough.
Christian.
It's good enough.
Exactly.
That's that's
Exactly.
my rock music.
Yes, Josh Groban,
Groban
and
is
like
my
maybe
rock
like
music.
maybe like the
Switchfoot's
occasional
like a
sneaky
hair
listen
too
to, like,
far.
Come on.
I
live
think
a
you
little,
like
Clancy.
occasionally will listen to a Billy Joel song, and that's a little too spicy.
Oh God,
for you.
no. Billy Joel, they better not catch that one.
Yeah, no, that's like y'all are like halfway home, halfway from
Yeah.
school, and you're like, let me play I'm Moving Out.
As
play Anthony's
rebellious
song.
as it gets for me is I don't tell Billy that, like, whenever Billy puts something on for him, I do him the courtesy of not
Yes.
asking him to change it.
Exactly.
Like
I think,
that's-
I think in
yeah.
some small way, like as much as y'all probably don't talk about it, Billy, that's your homie, and so he's like,
Oh,
"Hell yeah,
yeah.
I'll listen to Josh Groban." For
He
a little
respects
bit.
me and I
It's
respect
better than-
him, you know?
Yeah, and so you're pulling up to the driveway, and your dad's kind of, you can see him like shaking his head, but it's not at the game. It's your mom who's setting up the ingredients and like all her little like the bowl with the like with the dry ice to do little like punch for the kids and all that. And she's setting that up and getting it ready for the block. She's like, if we're not going to go to the festival, at the very least, kids who are trick or treating can come by and trunk or treat. But he's like, I just don't know what all the fuss is. You know, if people were less busy trying to do spooks and scares and eating their high fructose corn syrup, maybe we could have another service. I think people are straying a bit too far from the light of our Lord and Savior. And I think when you do stuff like this, you just feed into it. I'm not calling your faith into question. And you see her kind of like snap back like, what? Like
my dad totally would say something like that.
And he's
This
like,
dad,
"I'm
not my real dad.
not-"
That's not
He's
what I
like, yeah, no, I know what you mean. I'm not
Not the
saying.
cool one?
I'm
No,
not
just-
saying. And he's just, and she just kind of,
She has
well,
to
how
take
are you,
it.
Billy?
That's,
She fully
that's the
shifts-
Christian way. She has to take it and move on.
She fully shifts the blame away. And she's like, how are you, Billy? How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Need any help?
Yeah, if you could put that ice chest in the back. It's just candy. It's not actual ice or anything. I'm going to serve the candy out of
Already
here. And she
done.
opens the lid, and as she does it, you see like this beautiful tapestry strings of these like pumpkins kind of drop down and little lights that open as she opens the
Oh
thing.
my
It's like a
God,
real to-do.
yes.
She's really excited about
What
it.
is y'all
That
last
thing
name
is-
again?
Long
Sorry.
Hollow.
Long Hollow.
No,
Mrs.
no,
Longhollow
No
and Mr.
problem, Mrs.
Longhollow.
Longhollow. Consider it done. And like he like takes it, and even if it is heavy, he's gonna act like he's gonna try his best to
Yeah.
act like it's
Kyle,
not.
I think
Did
it's
you
you.
say names or no? Because I do have names.
Oh, no,
for
I
my
didn't give them
parents.
names. I think Howard and
They
like,
are so they're brother
Oh, you have the
Jermaine
name?
and sister Grace.
Brother Jermaine and Sister Grace. Yes, okay. Yeah, I think she's in like a really nice like slip with like a dress over vibe, like very church ready,
sure.
but like a little more not risque,
Always-
but like
always
risque
church
in
ready.
her mind. Like her
Yes.
there's no sleeves on it,
Her ankles
but
are
it
showing.
covers the knees.
Yes.
And she's like, well, we're getting ready. And she has like, she kind of like, as she does this, she kind of does like a shh and like brings you guys in close. And she shows, as you move the ice chest away from a spot, there's a little Walmart bag and there's a witch hat and like a skeleton mask and things. In case you guys wanted to come, I thought we could be a little naughty and maybe dress up a bit for this trunk or treat.
You're so
Shh, don't tell.
Are you sure?
And I think your dad's like, God, like he's knocked it into a neighbor's mailbox and he's just like bridge of the nose pinch, like just real focused on the game since she's ignoring him.
Yeah, I think that I think that Clancy is very excited by my mother's like sort of willingness to be
Rebellion.
like ooh, what if we dress up a little bit? Shh,
Just a little bit.
I think like,
Exactly.
yeah, that's what's so fun.
That's but if you boys had something planned too, I think this year you're
No,
in high school now.
No, I think you're.
If you wanted to go to the festival, the two of you, I think that would be A-okay.
Are you sure?
I think.
Well,
I think
if Billy, is that okay with you if I jack your steez?
I'll have to check my schedule, but I'm pretty sure I ain't gonna have
Check
nothing.
his schedule.
I don't want to ruin your night, Billy. If you've got like plans for like a bunch of stuff,
I mean, I'll have to shoot. No, I got nothing going on.
okay, cool.
I just for a little bit now. Curfew is still what time, Billy? What time, Clarence?
7:30.
7:30. Now, your dad is working
He's
late.
13.
so-
You know, that's not like a crazy.
No, exactly. But so your dad is working late, and you will be at the festival, and Billy has to bring you home. So
Of
I'm willing
course.
to push 30 minutes, no later. No later. 8 o'clock on the dot. I want
8
you out
o'clock?
of his truck.
It'll have been
On the
dark
bus.
for a whole hour and a half.
Like I said, your father will be getting home or will be leaving work at 8. So if you aren't there, I can't promise you that he won't be home to give you a bit of a scolding. And
Yes,
as far
ma'am.
as I know,
I'll be back.
I'm none the wiser.
I'll be in my bed asleep at 8 o'clock.
If anything gets a little too, and she kind of covers your ears, Clarence, spooky.
Billy looks very seriously like, yeah.
Yeah, you guys can come home early or find me at the church doing the trunk or treat.
All right, Miss Longhollow. Also, for
I'm trusting you, Billy. You're
Yeah.
a brave young man, and you're a responsible young man. You drive your own car.
he wants to give her. He wants to give her his extra lollipop or whatever from before as like.
And she kind of gasps and puts a little hand up in her mouth.
Since we're being naughty,
And she
Mrs.
she looks to make sure Howard's like about to hit a swing, and as he hits it, she just whispers, "Trick or treat." She like giggles a bit,
Your mom's so.
and she takes the sucker and kind of looks away and like pops it in her mouth. She's like, "All right, boys. Well, I'm headed to the church. If you change your mind, if things seem a little too, I don't want to overwhelm you with a lot of freedom in this way. You know, I don't have a verse offhand, but I'm sure the Bible speaks of idle hands.
I'll make sure he gets home on time.
I'll be back.
I
Don't
think
worry.
I think you boys deserve at least a little fun, don't we all? You boys have a happy non-denominational time of celebration and candy. And she whispers Halloween.
I mean, it's like it's in our name, you know? Halloween. It's like it.
And your dad pipes, what? Like he like,
I was joking,
like
Dad.
stuffy stuff. Like he as if
Could you
steam
imagine
could come
if,
out of a
people
man's
at
ears.
school are always saying that about us, and I'm always like, no.
Yeah.
That's not the right, Billy?
Mr.
That's the one
Longhollow, sorry. I think you caught the wrong part of that.
Yes, well,
People at
we will be
school-
having none of that, and your mother is right. Enjoy your non-denominational candy holiday.
Yes, sir.
course.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Oh my
you guys
God.
meet up with your mother at the he like almost gets faint. He like kind of grabs his chest. Trunk or treat. You see, we caught the devil when we
Here's the
even
thing.
attempt to put a name close to
Here's
that.
the thing, Brother Jermaine used to be a
I
real
l-
piece of shit.
He
I
used to be a
used
real
to be a
piece-
real
real
piece
I
of
used to be
shit.
a real asshole.
That's
Sloppy
the
steaks.
thing. He's turned it around, and he went way
yes.
too far in the other direction.
And he's like, you see, we court the devil when we name things around and tiptoe around these things. They sell Ouija boards at the store now. My God. This world's gone to hell in a handbasket, and it seems like I'm the only one trying to save it these days. You boys stay diligent this night. Here, and he reaches into his pocket, and he pulls out like 3 mini Bibles and like a stack of those like pamphlet things that are like,
God.
Shout out
you
to
know,
the Gideons.
whatever. And so he's like, in case someone tries to offer you a candy or thoughts of spooks, frights, and tricks, and you boys are armed and ready. Each of these has, and you can see all the little mini Bibles has like different color coordinated like bookmarks for certain occasions.
Different
You see they're labeled for
situations.
like certain situations. They're
Oh
labeled
my
for like
God.
different situations. You
I
flip to this
love
page,
this.
different situations. There's like a really big one that says evolution. Ha.
Yep.
And he hands
Oh
you guys
God.
and he's like,
I'm getting fucked
arm
up.
yourselves with knowledge, but make sure that is the right knowledge.
God, I just capped
You boys
out.
have fun at this Trunks and Treats. I will be working tonight. I can't be bothered to see another one of these damned. And like as he's saying that, like someone's like ghost decoration is like tumbleweeding down the street, and he just stomps it. I'm gonna go in a little early, honey. And he takes the other. You see him storm off, picking up his like. He's got one of. He's on his lawn, but he's got one of those like mini fake lawn like golf set things that he was playing on. And he rolls it up and throws it in the trunk of his car.
Oh
and
my
he
God.
hops in. And he just pulls out of the driveway with a huff, making sure he intentionally rolls over that ghost he just stomped before speeding off. And then we cut to Milo.
Hey, it's
What
me.
are you doing right now?
I think Milo's
boogieing
just
down with your
been
car.
I think Milo's just kind of texting some friends, like being like, "Hey, yo, what's up? You guys ready for tonight? Like, it's gonna be crazy." Like,
And you're in. I think you've been put into the group chat with the main.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
secret party thing that's kinda going
Milo,
on.
look, Milo has
And,
so many group chats that it's ridiculous and it's
You
really
hear like
annoying.
the notification going by, and someone's like, "It's gonna be epic" with a bunch of exclamation points, and then someone LOL, and like there's like the little like thing, and someone sends a picture, and it's a Ouija board that's like super Halloween theme that they have, and a picture of this planchette that does not look like it came with that Ouija board set. Like the Ouija board's clearly like one of the Halloween themed ones from the store, but the planchette that is in this picture, give me a weird roll.
Oh, weird. Ooh, I'm really good at that. For some reason.
Really quick, between the roll, Matt, how do you feel about your character having a connection to mine in that you have a nice car, but you're a kid, so sometimes you do irresponsible shit with it, and you've been like secretly
Well, if his
paying
character
me.
thing didn't give him a vehicle, I don't know if he should have one, right?
I think we could say through like
It's
a connection
fine.
of you guys, maybe like you took one of the beaters that
Just
your dad
being
has
that
just lying
it
around.
gives you specifically, you get a means of transportation
Yes.
if you pick a certain thing.
That's why I'm
for all
saying
intents
I
and
like the idea.
purposes-
Are you like your dad's like a rich guy or what, or your family's like wealthy.
I was about to say it could be a family car, but
I
not like
literally like
that.
I was literally thinking like I just like inherited like kind of like that like a family car. Like,
yeah, no, that's what I was thinking.
Because you sometimes get access to it.
Milo is like the most average motherfucker out there. Like,
Milo has a very nice car that is his dad's that he lets him borrow because he needs a car. And sometimes like you fuck up and then you've been getting me to fix it so he doesn't find out.
I'm not going to have a whole lot of vehicle moments that you're going to need the vehicle, so it's fine if people have.
Just
you know what I mean?
to build connections.
Yes.
Fair.
Yours can be the base of operation type vehicle thing where y'all have y'all stuff, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Since you canonically have it, but it's fine that he's like borrowing his dad's car and you like pop a dent out every now and then, or like replace a tire. You know, that type of shit. Like put a mirror back on.
Yeah. I'm putting a lot of miles on those boys. I'm going to a lot of parties.
Oh yes. And I think as you're like texting through that group, what was your roll on the weird?
2-1, so 5.
Oof.
A 5.
I know.
So, is that mixed, right?
No, that's a fail.
It's just
that's
a
fail.
big old fail.
I think
7, 8, and 9 are mixed.
Yeah, I think on the fail, you're scrolling through and you see that photo, but like something about like it's a stationary photo, but something about the planchette seems like there's like a motion blur, like someone was like moving it, even though it's sitting on a Ouija board. But there's like this like trail, but you don't see anything more.
Yeah.
But it's this ornate sort of like crystal polished glass and like gold trim with like these blue sort of gem sort of bottom hatch pieces like on the bottom. Very weird, out of place, but you don't really read anything into it. And people are like, "Are you guys excited for the seance?" And then that text gets like a bunch of likes and like exclamations and all this stuff. And one of the kids is talking about the secret party where they're going to be doing a seance. Like just to get into the Halloween spirit. Like half of them are scared, half of them are like, "I don't believe that shit," and the other half's like, "Oh, I'm gonna scare you," like trying to kind of feed into it. And they are all showing like pictures of like the museum and everything set up, and you see a couple of them like fucking around with like old things that have been left around in that museum. And like someone sends a shot of like a hallway headed to an area near the party room, and it's like split off into 2 sections. Do not go down the left. The floor is not good. Someone will get in danger. We put a bunch of chairs, and you see like a haphazard stack of chairs and like some crepe paper that's like drawn on with like puffy paint that says no. It just says like,
it just says no.
And like this chairs are kind of there, but like it doesn't like if someone wanted to, they could obviously go through there, but they like send in the group chat like, please try to spread the word about avoiding the chairs. We have chairs for everyone to sit in. They don't need to worry about grabbing more chairs. There are chairs. Like someone is sending these as individual texts in the group chat.
Just in all caps, there are chairs.
Exactly.
Chairs. I love that.
And, you see like a setup on near the outside where there's like a bonfire and like a setup for like ice chests and food and things. It looks like it's gonna be a pretty nice shindig. Like, like not low key, but like low key enough that it's like outside of town where like a little noise going on amongst the festivities happening within town won't draw too much attention. But yeah, you get the notification. Do you say anything back in the group chat?
I think Milo he'd probably just be like he'd be liking stuff. Like he's in so many group chats that he tries not. He's very minimalistic on like what he says in each group chat. But
this feels like a personal dig at me.
Yeah. No, it's not.
I know you're good. No, you're okay.
But he probably just replies it with gifs. Like he probably just replies with like a gif of like woo, let's go. And he probably would a couple head out a little early.
Dancing babies come up as you send that gif.
He'd probably head out a little early. Like Milo's pretty excited.
Yeah, I think you head towards you start heading towards the museum, and you kind of answer your group chat and you put on what song's playing in your car as you're headed that way. Also, are you dressed up? I'm going to ask each of you this kind of vibe. Are you guys?
So Milo is pretty much wearing the same thing he was yesterday, except it's a little. I would imagine it's like a little chillier today. Like just kind of like
it's
the weather's a little.
I guess
colder.
I should set the scene for the Halloween sort of night y'all are kind of going into. It's a cool autumn night. There's like a slight misty kind of rain happening, but it's not like enough to cancel any plans or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's not somber. There's a static in the air, both from the festivities of everything going on in the news you guys know of the party happening. It's a bit of excitement. There's like some pockets of people talking and things. You see kids on their trick or treat routes as you're driving by, and you can kind of see from like the area you're heading in towards the edge of town, it's like an eyesore, but not in the sense of like it's like a terrible thing, but like this giant jack-o'-lantern sort of inflatable that is above town center where the annual Halloween festival is happening. That's the only thing you can see amongst the city sort of skyline. You can't miss it. It's just a huge inflatable glowing pumpkin that they always have every year. But you start making your way out of town, and the vibe kind of changes a bit. It's a little spookier, as much as this season will permit. You go under overpasses and things, and like the trees are less abreast with like crazy leaves, and they're kind of looking more dead, and piles of sort of wet leafage kind of litters the route. You don't see the colorful costumes of kids roaming the streets in this area. You see some abandoned homes and abandoned buildings and a few destitute places where a couple guys are hanging out, but they are not interested in Halloween. You might gather. It's a little scary for a teenager to be kind of out in this area.
Yeah.
But then you pull up to this old museum, and it's like something out of like a horror movie. Like between the darkness as sun is setting and the sort of low-hanging, foggy, misty kind of vibe, it almost looks black and white as you pull up to this massive museum with a few pillars that are chipped and cracked, not leaning to where it's like dangerous, but people shouldn't throw a party in here.
Yeah.
It's not so much a place where people are gathering per se. And these kids have set up this stuff, and there's like a few people out front with their big trucks kind of lifted at the entrance, kind of acting like tough guys with big bright lights, and they guide you through as you go and park amongst the crowd. And things are kind of just ending the setup process and getting into the starting process of the parties, right?
Yeah.
Drinks are being poured, music's starting to play.
Yeah, Milo's definitely going to be chilling by the fire.
Yeah, you see a guy at a DJ booth with like Liberty spikes and like those weird like wrap around like 90s as fuck glasses that like go over your head instead of like around the side.
That
Like
Dusk Till Dawn Woody Harrelson.
And he leans into the
I was thinking Spy Kids
microphone.
3.
He goes, "Are you guys ready to having music?
Oh my God.
Are you guys ready to be doing a music time?" And he starts to like spooky scare, and he's like hitting like the fucking DJ swipes as he's like playing spooky scary skeletons kind of bounced remix situation. As the party starts to kick off, and you see more cars kind of funneling in as you're there. You see some kids dressed up like stereotypical stuff. You see some less than risque sort of like things going on and walking around. It's just a big hullabaloo. And you see some kids that definitely graduated last year here.
Talking about how great their time.
They're like, some of them are like clearly either drunk or high, dancing at the booth with this DJ, and he's just like, "Yes, I'm loving you."
I'm
he's
loving
like doing
you.
like cool like hand motions and stuff, and like really getting into the vibe. There's a couple kids hanging around the fire, like you said you were gonna hang, and then you see Kent kind of walk over with you, and he gives you a slap on the shoulder. He's like, "Hey man, I'm glad you were able to make it out here. Really cool seeing you. We're gonna do a bit of the mingle stuff, so have a good time right now. But I will come and get you when we are ready for the festivities. And if you want to invite somebody, hey,
of course, yeah, cool. Appreciate you, man."
Oh, for sure. And then a football from out of nowhere comes and he
I
catches it.
want to catch it this time. I want to try to catch it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
cool.
yeah.
Roll cool.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Act under pressure.
This will be a contested cool against
That's
you.
an act under pressure if I ever heard
Oh
one.
man.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh. Oh.
You better be coming.
Ooh.
Kent's
I rolled 10, but -1, so 9.
Ken rolled a 10 as well, +3.
Oh god.
Yikes.
So you go to grab it, and it like tips off your fingers, and Kent kind of catches it on one hand and is spinning it.
Oh, and it's so
man,
badass.
Dude,
And
that's
he's
so
like, "No
cool.
worries, brother. Hey,"
That's cool.
he
goes,
next year you
"Odell."
try out for the team.
Hey, that's why you're on the team, man. I'm just,
Hey, but you had the eye. Maybe next year, eh?
Hey,
maybe you try out.
Maybe I'll practice. We'll see.
All right, and then another football, and he catches that one.
Oh my god. Where are all these footballs coming from?
And he just walks off before you can ask him that question.
Yeah, I think Milo's legitimately like trying to figure out where the fuck these footballs keep coming from.
I'm picturing that questionably racially insensitive 80s 90s movie where the only black person in the entire movie is the one throwing the football.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? Like,
I genuinely think it's a different person each time, and they're not always tangentially connected to the football team.
or like
Broken
in Rick and
football.
Morty, the is named Brad, the quarterback.
Oh
He's
my
like his whole
God.
character is that he's the quarterback.
Yes, that's essentially the vibe I'm giving off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like these are like, it's not supposed to be like a deeper meaning behind it, but the football should be like, what? Like no one else. The fact that no one else is questioning it besides yourself is concerning. So you guys head to the fall festival, and it's a whole to do, man. Like think like think like any county fair you've ever been to times like 2.
It's the
But,
best
like,
one.
It's like a line of like food trucks and like food stalls doing things as you're like walking in. Like there's no waiting and finding
There's
this
two
stuff.
Tyler
Twister
wants to go to this party.
There's like a whole section for like games of chance and like winning prizes type of thing. There's a petting zoo. There's
You know
a
I'm
section
throwing
to go
a ring on a floating duck in a little
to
kiddie
get a
pool.
fish. There's a little petting zoo. There's a pumpkin patch kind of thing. There's a candy apple eating contest.
Oh God, yes.
Oh shit.
Lots of teeth lost in that.
Clancy plans on participating in that contest.
But yeah, I think as you guys are kind of going in, you guys grab the I think they pass everyone as they're entering one of those big like corn on the cobs covered in like butter and seasoning and shit. And you just like as you're walking in after you show your ticket, they pass you this huge like it's a big elote, fully a giant elote.
Get that corn out of my
like,
face.
Get that one on my face.
And they're like, enjoy the rest of the festival, you guys, and welcome and have a happy Halloween. And like a guy on stilts like steps over you and he's like dressed as like a jack-o'-lantern and like these big black billowy
This
robes.
town
every
rocks.
year.
Yeah, think Halloween Town, but it's not real.
Yes. the wonderfulness of Halloween Town, but like it's decorations.
No. Think Halloween Town, but it doesn't exist in our real world like it does in our real world.
Yeah.
We could go to Halloween Town.
I believe it. I've been there.
Oh, but yeah, you guys are like hitting up the booths or whatever and things, and I think as you guys are going through the crowd and like doing your like little things, you're like maybe you point out like the duck ring toss thing that you were saying.
Oh yeah.
As you're walking, Billy, you get shoulder checked really hard.
Drop my elote.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say I don't know what roll you would roll for your not to drop your corn.
Oh, that's
roll,
act under pressure to not drop your elote.
Give me an act under pressure roll.
Oh, 10.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
I'm
You get
keeping my
bumped and like
elote.
some of the I think with that being a success, I think you get shoulder checked and like it sucks, but you smear your corn across this nice black outfit of a mask wearing kid about your age walking with a group of other kids. And he stops and like does this like hands out look down at like, hey bud, watch where you're fucking going. And he shoves you.
Oh, here. Okay, so
And,
I think. Hold up.
you
real quick,
recognize the voice.
Real quick. I think
go ahead.
the only time I think I love this canon. I think Billy is the only time that Clancy would act like this. I want to roll a protect someone and get between Billy and this person.
listen,
Okay, yeah, go for it.
mister.
I think like
Absolutely.
we have this very specific relationship,
I like
and I
it.
think that happens, and I'm like I'm not a brave kid, but no, you don't fuck with my friends.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's a 6. That's a fail.
Okay, no,
I
that's
like
fine.
the
Yeah,
idea
no,
that
that
you
totally
go to
works.
do
I
it,
think
but
as he
he
says
doesn't
that,
even notice.
yeah, I think he's like,
Not
watch where you're
worried
going, like
about
about to get in Billy's face, and he fully like stumbles over you, like you were trying to do one of those like double decker, like knock someone over kind of things. So not only did you smear corn on him, but now he's like on the ground, and his mask falls away, and you notice it is the kid you got into the altercation with in shop class.
Oh, you asked what we
Pizza.
were wearing earlier. Should we tell you
Yeah.
what?
Oh,
Yeah. Before we get into this, what are you guys
Oh, yeah.
wearing since y'all are at the festival?
I think I'm wearing my normal outfit, except I have that skeleton mask that she gave. So, like, it's very. Other people could recognize me by my terrible clothes, but I
She
am,
got a pretty. As you get to pull it out of the bag, it's a pretty decent skeleton mask. Like she
Yes.
went to like a Halloween store and got this. It's not like half mask
Yeah.
deal. It's like a full like
and
Ghost
like he's
Rider esque
wearing it
skull.
up on his head most of the time, just because he's eating a elote.
Eating, yeah.
I'm
And,
wearing a white button-down, plaid pants and suspenders, and a little kitty mask, kind of like Tiger Millionaire.
Yes. I
like,
think it's a black cat
That is
mask.
as far
absolutely.
as it goes.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
me.
you've got
like
a black
my mom
cat
gave
mask.
me the slight green light to dress up a
Yeah,
little
because
so I'm
that's
just
one of the
wearing a
masks
cat
from the bag.
mask.
It's a black cat mask that you're wearing, and I think you like accidentally like it hurts you too. Like I'm not gonna make you take damage for it, but like you kind of scrape your elbow falling as he literally falls over you, and you see lying on the ground is Danny Buttons, and Danny Buttons is the guy you got into your altercation with in shop class. And he kind of looks up at you with like a slight like up and down kind of recognition, and he realizes, oh, it's you, William.
Billy, it's Danny Buttons. Let's get out of here.
No. I'm not going to start anything. I wasn't the one who punched me in the face.
I wasn't the one who messed with my rig, so,
I wasn't the one who smeared fucking corn on my shirt either.
You shoulder checked.
Is this
me.
your
What
little
you
crony
think was
now?
gonna happen?
I did not shoulder check. And you see his little cronies behind him. Yeah, you didn't fucking shoulder check. He was just walking. We're sorry he didn't see you there. And they kind of like circle around the two of you after having helped their friend out. And they're kind of sizing you up. So what are you fucks doing here? I thought you didn't even celebrate Halloween.
I don't, but I'm just here for the party.
Hey, can I ask
This
you a
isn't
question?
the
Why
party.
the fuck is it your business?
Excuse
I'll get to
me,
you
wait.
in a second.
No, Billy,
This isn't
excuse
the-
me. This isn't the party. And he holds up his corn. Like this isn't the party. I've got this.
I don't
big
want to go to the
corn.
party. Yeah.
What do you mean this isn't the party? And he is 100% sincere.
And yeah, no, he can tell. He kind of just like, and he looks back at you.
Yes,
Billy.
it's hard to make
It is
fun
none of my
Clancy
business because I'm leaving
Clancy
this
is
lame
not
fucking party
socially
because it's
aware.
gotten a whole lot lamer knowing you're here.
Yeah, it's really cool, and it's cool that you came to the one party just to tell someone that you're going to the better party. That's
I didn't
a very
come just to
cool
talk
move.
to you, you
It
weirdo.
seems
What do
like
you think I
did.
am?
It kind of seems like you did.
He just puts a hand up. I'm not here to fucking talk to you. Shut up. I'm going to an
Have
actual
a terrible
cool people
night,
party.
you bitch.
You have a terrible night. Yeah, I'm going to a party that you probably weren't even invited to. So why don't you slow
Billy
your
was
roll?
totally invited to that party.
You got an invite from who? And this is
Again,
your chance
none of your
to add,
business.
you could add a name if you want for that character that invited you because I didn't name them.
Bro, just say that Milo invited you. That's believable.
Wait, hold on. I got it even better. Oh yeah, your mom did actually. Very nice
his,
lady.
his cronies and Clancy go ooh.
Ooh.
Whatever, man. And he kind of like brushes the fucking
I want to roll to help out real quick. I'm gonna roll a cool to help out.
to help out with it. Yeah.
That's an 8. That's a mixed success. I would
think,
like
like,
to
while you're
say whether or not it's successful. I would like to say
No. It's
yeah,
a mixed
your mom
success in that,
invited
like-
me too.
I think as you're still on the ground is why it's a mixed success because you haven't gotten up from having fallen over and you're doing all this chitter chattering with them. And I think you like hit like a cool little like get up move that looks kind of like you're breakdancing after you say that line and they're like, oh shit for a second. And like it was
But
totally
then deliver
not
that
intentional
lame
and it was
line.
yeah, it is, and he's just like, whatever, man. If you really want to have words with me, you'll show up at this fucking party, and we'll really see what you're about. And he like kind of wipes some of the stuff off his shirt and flicks it at your shoes.
Man, forget
And
him,
they-
Billy. Forget him, Billy.
And they
It's-
walk off.
It's too bad we're not going to that party because
No,
you'd really show
defi-
him off.
Now we're definitely.
And it's in
not.
that moment that you get a text from Milo. Milo, what does the text say?
Billy, holy shit, someone backed into my dad's car. I need you to come help me get this dent out ASAP. I will literally pay you double. Billy, please. And it's just a bunch of like,
It's just
please,
individual please.
Stop. Fine. Where are you? And this is text, but yeah.
I'm
No,
at
that's
the
good.
I'm at the party. The one at the weird place at
The museum party.
The museum.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Fuck me.
Meanwhile, Clancy is worshipping that corn on the cob.
And how far away is it?
You're like that little kid who's doing the little dance as he's like eating the chapstick. Stop putting so much on.
1,000%. Yes.
I was like, all right, I'll be there. I'll be there in a few.
God, Billy, you are literally the best. Thank you. I promise.
I'm holding you to that double pay.
Oh man, you know I always hook you up. Come on.
He does not respond to that.
So yeah, I think you get that text and you kind of look over at Clancy and Clancy's just kind of like lips covered in like butter and mayo and spices as he's like just chowing down on the big old corn.
He just looks
Clancy,
up.
I would absolutely be doing the little corn dance. You have to.
100% doing a little corn
It's
dance.
corn.
It has the juice.
It has the juice.
Clancy, I need
I
to
love
go
that kid.
take care of. I need to go help this guy out. Do you want to come with? And then I'm gonna head right back after. But like,
Yeah,
do you want to come
I'll
with?
tag
or you want
along.
him here.
I'm fine to tag along as long as like. I mean, my mom will understand if you're just like going to help somebody, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Listen, I'll be in and out. I'll be as quick as I can.
Yeah, that works.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, I think you guys dip after a little bit to kind of give them a wide berth so there's no altercation in the parking lot. And you guys head to the party. Okay. You guys start to notice the street lights sort of tapering off and kind of flickering as you guys get to this edge of town where the party is happening. And you can tell that flickering might have something to do with the amount of lights and DJ equipment being plugged into old outlets and stuff out there. And you can hear the booming of the music as it's going on. And you just hear, come on, everybody, we do a dance. And you can hear that coming from the thing. Like as your window's down, you're rolling up and you see Milo standing by his truck with like another kid, and they're just like, oh fuck, I'm so sorry, dude. Listen, I couldn't see because my taillight was already out, but then I made that
look
that your taillight's already out. So how can you see?
Oh my god. Look, it's fine. I have someone coming to fix this. Can you like chip in to like get this fixed? I don't want to have to deal with insurance.
Yeah, for sure. Like Hold on. And he kind of opens his wallet. And he's like futzing around in there. I'm pretty sure there's $30 on this Target gift card, and cash I have $26.
Okay, well, let's just say you're gonna owe me one. Yeah.
For sure, man.
Yeah,
I know
for
sure.
Yeah,
for
here.
Sure.
Look, it happens. Look, we'll work it out.
We'll work. Yeah, for sure.
Come
man.
on.
For sure.
Yeah,
for
look,
sure. I'm
yeah.
so sorry about that.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
And the scene is quite the scene for you, Clancy, as you're taking just the parking lot and like lights coming from the area. You hear like the bass booming and everything. And he's like, it's time to get monsters out here. And there's like the DJ's like,
Clancy is
hyping
not stoked.
Yeah, no.
Clancy and Clancy is very much so like curious, but afraid of the repercussions for being here.
I think
Clancy
you kind
is
of
not
like
so brainwashed that he is not interested. He is interested, but he is afraid of what will happen if people find out.
I think it's like a superficial thing. Like you've got like some parts in the back of your truck.
We're gonna walk up, and I'm just gonna be like, all right, I've got a spare bulb in my truck, but like for the other thing, I've got some glue, but it needs some time to set. So like you're gonna be kind of stuck here while it's setting.
Yeah, look, it's totally fine. I was gonna be here for a while anyway. Just here, and he'll hand him the 30 and the Target gift card. They're like, here,
it's like $26 and like a Target gift card.
Before
you
even start working, this is what the guy gave me. I'm just gonna give it to you. You'll get more after this. You're good, yeah.
Man. You're kind of like,
yeah.
Not to be clear, you're not good. Like, I just know you're good
I will give you more money. Yes.
Also, I do not go to Target. Clancy, can you use this?
Oh no, he can't.
No, I appreciate it, but I don't need it.
That's too much of a secular store for him.
I heard that Target has like gender stuff going on. I don't really know what that means. I'm only 13, but my dad yells about it a bunch. So we don't really shop. We don't really shop at Target. So they got a Starbucks there though, and I could get like a cake pop or a chocolate croissant. You know what? Wait. Excuse me, Milo. Do Targets? Do the Starbucks inside of the Target accept a Target gift card?
Oh, actually, I don't know. Some of them do, some of them don't. It's
really
weird.
Can I borrow somebody's phone? I'll make a call real quick.
Absolutely not, but you can use a Target gift card to get a Starbucks gift card, and you have a Starbucks gift card.
Oh.
That's
even Kyle was blown away by that.
Can one of you guys do that for me though? Because if my dad sees me with a Target gift card,
look, I got you here. I'll hook you up.
Give you the Target gift card back.
I'll hook you up.
Give him this as a Starbucks gift card.
Yes, I got you, Clancy. I got you.
All right, and then however long it takes
difficult.
Yeah, no,
it's okay.
You're
It's
setting
okay.
that up, and I think as you kind of finally set the glue to dry, like you're just putting the piece on, and you use your little thing to pop the bumps out of the bag. It's like a bit of superficial damage, but not crazy. Just something he would have definitely.
Yeah, the tail light was most of it.
Yeah, that was the most damage. And you got the bulb in and you set that up. And as you're doing that, I think you see like Kent and like one of the other football players that was in the grocery aisle when you guys were all at the store come walking out like, yo, you guys leaving already? Oh, hey, you came. Why are you guys out in the parking lot?
Hey, Kent.
Hey, man. Thanks
Hey,
for the invite.
Yeah.
Did you just say Kent? You didn't say hey, you just went Kent.
Me?
Yeah,
I said hey. No, I said hey, Kent.
Oh, okay.
It might have
Mike
cut it
didn't
out
pick
in
up
the
hey,
disc.
so it just
Okay.
kind of like looked like you
Yeah.
went Kent.
I went, hey, Kent.
But so yeah. Hey, yo, Kent. But I think they say that, and you guys are about to miss like the whole reason why we're here. Like the party's still going on, but are these like your plus one and I
We're
guess
not here
and a
for
half?
the party. I thought we're just here to help. Right, Billy, or what's going on?
We gotta kind of wait a while anyway. Why don't we just go see what's going on?
Wait, yeah, as long as you guys aren't. Sounds like you guys aren't going to like the party. There's something else here.
What? No, so there's a room inside the museum that's like pretty much fully intact, and we're throwing a little like smaller. Like some of us have anxiety, and a lot of us don't really do the whole people scene all too much. It's kind of like for appearances, if we're being really honest. But yeah, just a chill place for us to hang out, maybe smoke a little bit, and we're gonna be doing a seance. If you guys wanted to.
And that's all he said.
It's all
like
listen,
he doesn't have anything else to say there.
Listen, I totally get that it's not your bag, but none of us really believe in it. It's just like, a spooky, fun little whatever. We bought it at Target.
Between demons and that party, I'm picking demons, man. And we got time to kill. Come on.
Whoa, demons! I don't.
Well, it's like because it's like
Sure, yeah, sure. I get. I mean, some people feed into it. It's whatever. It's kind of a state of mind thing. And really, truthfully, when you're doing the whole thing, someone's moving it. Let's be honest. Like as much as we don't want to talk about it, someone's moving it. Come on, you'll see. It'll be fine. Come on, you guys. You're not pressured to do anything you don't have to do, but just come for the fun and the experience. It's a fun Halloween thing. And they kind of like lead you guys in if you choose to.
Yeah, I mean, we got to kill like an hour, Clarence. Like he said,
so here's an interesting thing. I don't know how this game works specifically. I struggle to believe that Clarence would not willingly, but like I kind of feel like you should need to convince Clarence a little more. Because
give me what would fall into a convincing role here for that?
I think that's like a cool.
Manipulate someone works. I don't like the word manipulate, but I don't think that's what the wordage is trying to imply.
Hear me out. I'm going to roll protect someone because, and like if I roll well, then I'll.
Kyle, are you good with that? Do you like that?
Yeah, no, I think that'll work because I don't want to. I also like legitimately don't want to play against these characters.
Well, Clancy trusts.
So
Clancy does trust Billy. Clancy's very anxious about this.
I just got a 13.
Oh my god!
Here's what I'm going to do. 11 plus 2.
Oh my god! Let's go.
Clancy, the only place you could hang out would be in the truck, and those glue fumes are not good for you to be around. For like, that's not. You need like. I know you don't want to go in.
With the glue,
you could potentially get high from that.
Oh
yeah,
no.
I wasn't going to say that. But
no, he's totally. And I think Kent kind of is picking up on what you're doing, and he's like, "You're right. Yeah, no, that. Like, listen, they're going to be smoking outside if they do anything like that. There's no alcohol.
Just give me a second. Seance, getting high. Yeah, I'm coming. That's a good. That's
also,
a good point.
To be 100% clear, I am telling the truth about the fumes.
Yeah.
Like,
fully
100%.
But
like
it's also on a
trying to
car
protect
opposite of yours that's outside.
That's
so it's
fair.
like you are telling the truth, but like,
oh no, I imagine the light is like in the bed of my truck, like getting because
Also,
the glue
Clancy
has to
doesn't know
solidify,
how to
and then I
piece
can
the
put
pieces
it on.
together. Okay,
absolutely
yes.
believes exactly what you're saying.
No, that makes
Like-
sense. No, that's
So
a
I
good.
figured
I like
like
that
the,
little.
like his thing still doesn't have the light on it because it has to glue to get it has to like harden and then I can put it on.
Okay, That sounds good. No,
Yep,
that's perfect.
That's good. That's plenty enough for cleansing.
Yeah, I think you guys all are like guided in, and you kind of walk past a few people who kind of give you a few glances, but like a few people are excited. You see that group of the kids in the all black kind of get up that was at the fair, kind of glance in your direction, Billy, and like give you a scowl, but they kind of turn to themselves and keep talking.
As soon as like he sees them, he immediately like puts on his skeleton thing because he's like, I don't want to have it.
No, that's totally fine.
Clancy gives him like a tongue, like a. Ugh.
Yeah, you guys kind of walk by and you hear the DJ once more before it kind of fades in. All right, everybody, I'm going to be taking 5 minutes to go bathroom. Music will continue to play. And he kind of just hits the turntable one time before running into a porta potty nearby.
I'm pretty sure that I've seen that guy at a grocery, and he is just a normal guy with a normal accent. I don't know what he is doing.
Is that Billy telling the guys as they're walking by?
Yeah. He's like,
yeah, you guys kind of go in and you see like the bare bones of a museum. You see the entrance kind of area where you would like normally check in your tickets and stuff with a little turnstile, but they hop over it as you guys kind of head in. You see a few displays cracked open. You see a couple kids in there smoking J's and drinking beers. There's like a guy wearing like a dirty old king's crown and robe kind of situation. He's just walking around, king of the party. King of the castle. Exactly. I have a crown. No,
go do this.
I have a stack of chairs.
Exactly. We have a stack of chairs in the hall. No, but
that was the chair guy that was texting.
But you see a couple other kids kind of like just looking around at like old, torn, slightly like still hung paintings and things here and there. A few like things, not like the obvious like big crazy stuff seems to be gone, but stuff that's like fully damaged and lost to time is still kind of here. You guys make it and you get to that fork in the hallway and you see the stack of chairs and you're like, for no circumstances, unless it's like super emergency bathroom stuff, do you go over there? And only number one, because you can kind of pee over the chairs. Please don't walk over there. The floor is not steady there. It could be dangerous. But yeah, let's go ahead inside. You guys want anything to drink or eat before we head back there or anything? I can kind of smell corn on you guys. Did you guys hit the festival? That's awesome. Dude, you guys are a couple party animals. And look at you, Clancy. I didn't think you would.
The corn was really good. It had like really spicy stuff on it.
I know. I love the corn at the festival. I used to go all the time as a kid, but things change.
We should be friends.
Sure. Well, I mean, maybe, Clancy. Yeah. Anyway, and they you kind of keep walking.
You should come to my church.
And you make it to this like back
I was expecting him to hand out one of the tiny Bibles. I thought he was about to.
You want to come to church on Sunday?
He's not like an evangelist or anything like that.
No,
He's 13.
You guys make it to this,
what I mean?
To this back area that he seems like weirdly.
You're about what you're about.
Yeah, exactly. But you make it to this back room that's like pretty like starkly intact in comparison to the rest of the sort of areas you've seen in the museum. There's a few holes in the wall just from over time. There's a couple shelves with like library like style books still adorning them, covered in dust and cobwebs, but pretty intact, kind of like a tucked away like office maybe, or like a curator's room that he keeps record of all these different items and things. And set up in the middle of the room is like a few couch cushions pulled off of like wet couches in like loungewear in this room, and they're sat around a couple candles that are like dimly lit, lighting the room. And you see a couple kids and a couple kids kind of sitting on the wet furniture off away from the seance, just kind of observing and watching as everybody's kind of setting. And they call you guys over, and there's a perfect amount of seats, weirdly enough, for the two, both Kent and the other player and you three. And you all kind of sit down instinctively as Kent kind of calls you over. He's like, all right, welcome to the party. I just want to say, I very much follow Billy's lead. I'm very hesitant, but Billy rolled a 13. Yeah. If
so
you guys want to sit,
I trust
I'm not
Billy
forcing you to sit, but I think they kind of all kind of sit except for Kent. And Kent kind of, a hush falls over the room as he kind of walks in as the little chatter stops. And he's like, all right, everybody's all ready. Welcome to the party within the party. This is sort of a starting of like a tongue-in-cheek secret society in the school, if you will, of spooky and paranormal sort of happenings and things, right? Like isn't that? Ooh. And he kind of holds a flashlight up under his chin as he goes, ooh, and a couple of people in the room are like, ooh. Now, none of us have really ever done some stuff, but I've watched a couple of videos, and I think I'm going to be the one to kind of lead the charge here, okay? You guys just follow me, and we're going to ask a couple questions into the ether, into the astral plane, and see if we can't get in contact with a spirit, spook, or specter.
Okay.
Ooh, and everybody kind of, ooh. Right.
I think Clancy is very afraid. Mm-hmm. I mean, very typical of both a 13-year-old and a young Christian, just like terrified by this because of what my parents have told me about.
I think
witchcraft.
he can pick up on the like vibe you're giving off as everybody's doing that. He puts his shoulder on your hand and passes you the flashlight he was using to kind of light his face. He's like, "You hang on to that." And they all kind of sit down. He's like, "All right, everyone."
It's very refreshing how nice everyone is.
I don't. There's like some dickheads, but like it's like,
oh yeah, but like you said, this is the group for people who like these people have anxiety. They don't want to be around all these people. Like I love this group.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Kent
Tyler loves this group.
Kent is a very kind-hearted person, and you can tell without rolling that this is fully genuine. Like he's just a nice dude.
If you've watched Arrested Development, this is Steve Holt.
Like, exactly. But he's like, all right, everyone within the circle, please place your hands on the planchette and we can begin. Ooh. And so everybody starts to put their hands in.
Billy goes to put it and then he realizes there's like a little bit of like oil. So he like wipes it off. And,
mm-hmm. And
I think Clancy puts like one finger.
Yeah. And I think as everyone's hand finally touches the planchette, an eerie sort of silence falls upon the room as like the air seems to be sucked out. And Kent's like, all right, you guys ready? And you see a few candles kind of flicker, but nothing major. Are there any spirits that wish to be in contact with us tonight? Speak now. And there's a pause as like the room kind of goes silent and the planchette begins to move towards yes. Go ahead and give me a weird roll, all of you.
Oh, man.
That's a 4.
Also,
10.
10. Good.
Oh, make sure you're marking experience, Tyler.
Oh, yes. Also,
any
that's a good point.
Yes.
So
I totally forgot
to explain to the audience, whenever you roll a failing roll, you mark experience here. Also, I forgot to mention this earlier because I just made this character, so I didn't remember this off the cuff. Jeremy, you rolled to protect me, right? Isn't that what you did earlier?
Yes.
I have the move always the victim. When another hunter uses protect someone to protect you, they mark experience.
Okay, then yeah.
So
perfect.
you also need to mark experience.
Nice.
That's my bad.
let's
that's
go.
Okay. Okay, but yeah, what did you roll, Matt?
I haven't rolled yet. Sorry.
No, you're good.
So if you fail a roll, that's
you mark experience.
Okay,
Yes.
so I think I have one because I failed earlier. Okay, sorry. 11.
Nice.
That's 2
11.
successes.
Okay, yeah, no, we got a 10 and 11. Yeah, no, I think Clancy, you're still a bit like shaken by everything kind of
That
going on and
tracks.
being a part of that stuff.
Yeah.
But the two of you both have a moment where you kind of like glance at each other. No one moved that.
Yeah, I felt
There
like
was
that's-
zero.
yeah.
There was zero amount of pressure applied to the motion that just happened. You had to almost
Did it
instinctively
feel like
keep
upward pressure? Almost like
not so much upward.
like
Yeah, like it's like not floating, but like kind of that vibe
Yeah.
of like it's like the wind tracked with it. Maybe it got under it or something.
like
but
nobody had a
something-
finger under it to
Yes,
lift up a little
you
bit.
almost the two of you were almost caught off guard by the movement that you had to kind of keep up with everyone else pretending to, do it. Mm-hmm. And you see a few faces kind of like a few furrowed brows, but no one really is like paying attention to it, and it lands on yes. And Kent kind of looks around
Clancy's
the room.
terrified.
Kent kind of looks around the room. All right, who has another question? And a young girl, she pipes up a kind of curly bob cut blonde hair. She's like, "What's your name?"
And she's the
planchette.
socially
I love
anxious.
this episode so much.
and the planchette slowly slides to an M, then an A, then an L, then a P, then an H, then an A, then an S. And it stops. But in that moment, it picks up speed as that name is spelled out. Malphas.
Malphas. Oh my god, hold on. I gotta write that.
Malphas. And it is at this point, once that name is spelled out, some of the broken windows of this room,
Jocelyn.
you notice a crow land on a windowsill. And then another crow land on a windowsill.
I think Milo's starting to like usually you see him like kind of calm and cool and collected, you know, just on the outside, but you could definitely start to see like a deep-seated fear start to like seep out from his facial expressions.
You hear like the occasional like beating of wings as a few crows land on the broken out windows of each of these windows that are exposed to the outside.
I feel like Clancy needs to roll
like 3
to
crows,
not
not a
piss
crazy
his pants.
amount.
And
Wait, what?
This feels like the kind of thing you joke about in D&D, and that canonically, it feels like the kind of thing Clancy needs to roll to not piss his pants.
So maybe
Okay,
that,
I mean,
maybe like
a
pressure.
a
give me an act
disadvantage.
under pressure using
Like I
cool.
am a fresh high schooler. I need to not piss my pants.
Yeah, give
but
me an act
I've
under
never
pressure
been
using
more
cool.
afraid right now. That's a 1 and a 2.
Oh God!
I don't think you full on piss your pants, but there is a wet
little-
spot.
There's
A
a
little
dot.
pee
That's
comes
got
out.
nothing
Yes.
to do with
Do a
piss.
piss.
Yes.
Go to calicocutpants.com.
Oh my
Calico
god.
cut pants dot-
No, like there's a few trickles.
There's
where you
been
do
so
the thing
many
where you like kind of
references
do.
It's the
boy
kind of thing that
kegels.
I know, but it's not extremely obvious.
Exactly. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they all kind of you all share like a bit of a glance, and a couple nervous laughs ring out, and a few of the people on the outskirts kind of scoot closer, and there's like a guy who's like, "Come on, guys, what is this, man?"
I think
And he's like, "I
think Billy would reflexively go, "Is this real?"
don't." And I think at this point, Kent too is like, okay, if someone's doing something to like stir up a little extra scares, that's fine, but let's maybe rein it in, okay?
Clancy 1,000% believes it.
And he's like,
There's not a doubt in his mind that this is real.
Yeah.
yeah, and he's like,
think-
okay, let's just try. Someone else ask a different question, and then he kind of gestures to the 3 of you. Any of you guys got a question?
Oh.
Clancy is
To ask
unable
the
to
spirit?
speak. Unable.
Yeah, I don't think Milo. I think Milo's. I don't know if this would be able to happen or not, but Milo's gonna try to like take his hand off.
You
Do,
give me.
am I able to?
I was just going to say, Matt.
Uh-huh.
Why don't you give me another weird roll as an act under pressure, please?
Weird.
So is that a cool roll or a weird roll?
No, I'm gonna. What would be? I guess use
Cool.
That's
Act under
not-
pressure is
Yeah,
cool.
act under pressure is under cool. Okay, then
Yeah.
no.
Ooh.
I was kind of
Either?
fudging it to like.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, I did roll really well. 10. Cool is -1. So 9.
Okay, that's a
Okay,
mix.
then so a mixed success. I think you lift your hand for a moment, and it is like a magnet pulled back down.
Yikes.
Okay.
It's not a rough pull, but
Yeah.
you can tell something or some presence about this is not done with the questioning
Guys,
that you are all
I-
asking.
What do you want?
Guys, I
What do you
don't
want?
really think that.
Is that your question?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like as soon as he sees like him lifting the goods back,
At this point when you say that the stale sort of like calmness of the room is invaded with a rush of wind as all the candles but one in the center remain. And it is at this point that the 3 to 4 crows that were on the windowsill have now swelled to 10, 11, 12.
At this
And-
point, Clancy would attempt, and not subconsciously, Clancy wants to remove his hand from this.
And the same thing, you lift your hand and it is magnet slammed back down onto the planchette. And you see the planchette begin to move. T, O, B, E, F, R, E, E, F, R, E, E, F, R, E, E. And it's speeding up faster and faster,
Oh,
faster and faster
God.
and faster and faster.
Oh,
and
God.
the crows that were once standing on the windowsill all at once dive into the room.
Oh my God.
The flame of the center candle rises up like a pillar, almost like a firework going off. And the crows begin to encircle this fire as your hands all keep spelling F-R-E-E, F-R-E-E,
What the fuck is going on?
F-R-E-E.
Clancy has shit his pants at this point.
Oh no.
No, I think you absolutely
Yeah.
piss your pants. I won't say shit your
100%.
pants, but you fully piss your pants.
Yes.
And a couple of the kids on the outskirts like scramble and start to run. And
Nobody's making fun of him because everybody is freaked
and
out.
I think as this happens, it all stops.
No, that's how the pants come.
And the flame is snuffed out. And all at once, the candles begin to relight again. and the Ouija board is gone.
Oh, shit.
But the planchette is standing tip side down and spinning in the center where the Ouija board once was. The crows are gone. The pillar of fire is gone. And the planchette spins and begins to rise and rise and rise. And it shatters. And the glass coalesces into a spiral, as you can swear the fog and dust of this room is also being drawn into this space. And you hear the cawing of the crows, but they are nowhere to be seen, as a hand reaches from this point.
I think, as seeing all this, I genuinely think Billy would grab the very petrified Clancy and try to like pull both of them away.
As you do, you all kind of fall back as this is happening, and another hand draws through, and they're scaly, sort of covered in what you could only think of as like the texture of like a chicken's foot. Very slightly scaly, but slightly fleshy, with these long talons, and it tears the space open, and the head of a crow peers through it, the size of like a normal man's
Billy
head.
is
Beak and
at
all.
the door trying to open the door now.
The door will not open.
Milo
figured
is
as much.
screaming. Like, legitimately screaming.
And the room is almost caught in the silence, as like being birthed or vomited up by this space that has opened. This bird-like entity falls to the ground with
Billy
a clatter.
has now pulled out his large, like his pipe wrench, and is like beating at the hinges of the door.
I think a couple of the other kids are also trying to help you tear the door open. And Kent kind of stands there amongst them in front of this creature that is on the ground. And it rises up and stands a full 2 feet taller than Kent at 7 feet.
Oh my god.
And is looking down at him. And Kent's like almost in shock as this creature looks around the room at everybody.
Almost?
Like,
1,000%
that's
the
almost.
coolest dude in the
My
fucking
brain said
world.
almost,
Like
but
he's trying to keep a level. My thing is he's trying to keep a level head and like thinking someone's still fucking with him. That it's
How?
maybe a costume.
Kent is too
and he's
cool.
like, all
The
right.
thing is, Kent is
So
way too
cool.
cool.
He's like, all right.
He's so
This was
I
so
am
funny
petrified.
and so great. Whoever is in this costume, I'm gonna have to ask you to take that mask off. And it is at that point that the creature reaches
Can
a
I
hand
help
out.
Kent before he gets attacked?
He is not attacked. The hand just reaches out towards him, does not touch him, and he bursts into a flock of crows. His clothes drop to the ground as several crows scatter amongst the room.
I'm beating the door even harder.
At this point,
Yeah, I think
have literally latched onto Billy.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I
I'm
think
gonna
it's-
try
And
to
I
help
mean that
Billy.
this happens.
truly. I am full grip.
Yes. I think at this point, the room is like breaks into a cacophony of screams as people see this happening. And the creature stands silently, still examining the room after that had happened, and picks up his Letterman jacket and puts it over his arms. He has no wings. His skin is jet black. His hands and feet are like that of a bird, and his head is that of a crow. And he begins to put on the clothes that he has taken from his corpse as you guys are all screaming and freaking out, and the doors finally burst open. But as they do, 2 more students, he holds a hand out, and they become crows.
But the door's open.
And yes, the door is now
Billy
open, though,
is
as this
throwing
happens.
Clarence out, and
yeah.
he's actually going to try to let. I don't know where the other students are, but I think he's trying to like get people through the door quickly.
Yeah, I think as they're running out,
his
people
top
are like,
priority
run!
is Clarence, but
So one of the students yells, "Oh my God, run! They got Kent.
Is that the blonde headed
He's
girl?
a fucking crow."
What would I do if I wanted to resist? So like,
Trying to be frightened?
I love that Billy wants to like throw me to safety, but I don't want to let Billy leave me.
No, that's totally fine.
Like,
I think,
what would I need to
I think-
roll to like hold on to? Either hold on from him
Give
throwing
me something.
me, or
What
pull
would be
him with
considered
me.
like a bravery sort of check here? I think you're trying to muster up
tough?
some courage.
It feels
to,
like tough.
yeah. Give me a tough roll.
That's
then.
not something I'm good at, but it feels
That's
like
fine. Give me.
when it comes
that's
to
okay.
Billy, it's another thing. That's a 5. I fail.
Oh, that's fine. That's a failure. I think you kind of for a moment instinctively like grab his hand and like are like pulling him just to any direction, and like the flooding of kids are running out of there. You guys kind of get jostled up in the mix, and Milo, you're also pushed against them as well as you go tumbling over the no sign. that had the chairs blocking the area. And you fall onto this wooden flooring as you see this being wearing now all of Kent's clothing. And his face, like the feathers, like almost like peel back over his beak and visage as his head turns into that of Kent's face. But his body and arms are still jet black, covered in these things. And you hear him kind of like cawing and like trying to make a voice come forth. And he holds another hand up, and the DJ's like, "Oh no!" And he's bursted into a flock of crows as kids are scrambling, running to their thing. But you all, as you tumble onto this flooring, you fall, and you hear a crack of wood as you land on this spot. It has not fallen, but any slight shifting of your weight could very well send you toppling to God knows where. What do you do? He has not spotted you three yet, having fallen over this pile of chairs you kind of obscured.
Oh, so we ended up getting pushed, like as
as he is walking through the party, and those who are like still stumbling around are getting picked off and turned into crows.
Clancy has tears streaming down his face and is unable to move.
Billy is going to be trying to quietly like whisper to Clancy, like, just don't look, just walk toward the door. Just walk toward the door. We're gonna be okay. Just walk toward the door.
As you kind of move forward, give me a sharp roll to see if you can kind of
wait. Is that
more
him
dexterous
or me?
No, you, Billy.
Okay.
To try to get a dexterous sort of like gentling, calming him down, so you're not like I'm essentially looking for you to not be like moving too much to try to
Would that
console
not be
him.
a help out?
Or charm?
Maybe. Then if you help out. No, I think
What
help out
are
and
you-
charm.
look.
Yeah, what are you trying to
look at the
achieve?
things. Are you trying to manipulate?
Well, I'm
help
trying
out,
to make
read a bad
you.
situation.
I'm trying to make you
protect
recover
someone.
enough to get us going, because you're petrified. So I guess it's both. It could be manipulate or help out, depending on how you interpret it.
What do you want? You need to decide what action you are taking, because those
wanna help out.
things next to the things are are the standard actions in Monster of the Week.
I want to help. I want to help you out in getting your bravery a little bit, and I got an 8. So it's a mixed success helping you recover.
Kyle,
Or
you got a
actually,
mixed success.
I think help out just gives you a plus 1.
No,
if I
think you're able to sort of calm him for a moment, not enough to like really shake him out of what's just happened, but he kind of focuses on you and kind of I think
enough to
gives you a
subconsciously
nod.
just trust.
Yes.
Billy.
And it is at that point also though that like in this stirring of like everything going on that you hear another crack, another, and the floor gives way.
I can't believe that Kent Butterby exploded into crows. That sucked. If I ever turn into a bunch of crows, kill me.